Oh, that's better. All right, guys, we are live. I think we are. We are live. It says we're live. It's actually, I got on time for the most part, and I think I got this one. Hey, whoa, whoa, wow. What is happening here? Did I not sign in? All right. Welcome. If you're just joining me, I hope this camera's right. I can't see, my computer's over there. We're going to do something different today. Um, hello. I've got the setup. Been working all week on my other art stuff, so I've learned to master the podcast. Does it look good? Looks good. Looks good. You can see me in the corner. All right. If I sniffle or blow my nose, I'm sorry, but let's begin. Let's do a real quick one. Today is going to be about I Am Champion's house rules and the weekly challenge we did. Now, the fan page was built out by a few amazing fans. One young lady found us and was like, I want to make you a fan page on Facebook. Super cool, super awesome. If anyone's joined me, please hold on. I should share this. No one knows I'm online. The things I do are hilarious. How do you share this from? Excuse me. All right. There we go. And then Facebook. My wife's in the back making food. You can ignore that. In fact, let's put on some music because with my dog and her, who knows what we'll hear. Let's see. Let's do. Man. Too bad I can't put on like synthwave 80s. I want 80s music, but it's all copyright, so vibes. Paradise Magic Mute. Nope. Where's like there we go. Synthwave mix. Okay. One last thing. Let's put it on Facebook. Oh, I'm on Facebook. Nice. Live now. Oops. I can't really burp off the screen, huh? Should have thought of that one through. Okay. Got gloves on, so I don't mess up any stuff. All right, here's our palette. If you ever wonder why I have these toys here, it's because I need to know visually where I'm setting up instead of turning my head, looking at the screen. Looking at the screen is no fun. Probably can't hear me because this mic is not very close to me. Hey, you gonna do your job? Why have a crane arm, a boom arm, if you can't stay still? Okay, I'll just speak loud. All right, so if you haven't been paying attention to our weekly challenges were put on Facebook fan page, not Facebook fan page. I Am Champion fan page on Facebook by some of our fans, and they created some really cool house rules, kind of their own versions. One gentleman made like a D&D style where you have all these rules to apply your champions, and that's super cool. I failed to print that out, which over time I kept on trying to play it and I couldn't get to it, but I still plan on doing it because it seems very awesome. I just need time by myself to do that. So we're going to explore that because I started putting up a challenge. Now, some of the fans were actually putting their own card challenges to battle, and that was really cool. Everyone was interacting. Like all games, you know, if you don't really keep on pushing it, it's going to change or alter. And I changed it to a different version, which was I built out a small four-stage story where you get to choose your 5 champions and see if you can battle each week this little storyline just for kicks and giggles on Friday. And it's really fun. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know. This top camera here looks fantastic. This is the Sony, and then the Black Magic right there in front of me is so soft. Look at that. It's just so soft. I love it for film. I don't like it for vlogging at all. Oh, I probably shouldn't wear the hat like this because of this camera here. I don't want to be blocking. Yeah, so I found the Synthwaves free. I don't know if it's copied. I don't know. Let's check actually. Synthwave copyright. 80s copyright. Let's try this. It says it's background music. That's intense. If you haven't seen Cardboard Cohart's channel, he's got a really cool backdrop as well as his vibe, and his recent videos really, I like it. It's like this dark. I mean, you're right there. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking to you pretty much. I love the look though. I love it. I really do. I'm actually, no, it's not your thing. It's my thing now. Okay, how about that? Okay. Like that clapping. I'm trying to make sure that the spiking's at a level. Okay, before we begin, let's actually watch. Wait, let me explain what house rules are. House rules are built by this game. Jesse and I created this thing to have such an open end to it, to when you and another player or players are playing a game and you're like, I just don't like the way this flows. Could we add this rule or could we take this rule? In fact, I like to go first because that's how I usually play in other games. Whatever the rules are, as long as the majority agree on it, that's a house rule that you can apply. That's how cool this is. Our cards are left that reason because we wanted to take our champions and apply them to other things like D&D, like the board game, and of course the trading card game version. This was built to be like Mortal Kombat in a sense, where you could take your character and just battle anybody at any time with anyone and still have a chance of winning, from the strongest card to the weakest. And today we're going to show you that with story mode. No, I like what you're doing. I did see one streamer, he had all these really cool boxes and backdrops, and I think that's like layouts they can build. So I'm going to try to build out an I Am Champion layout that's really cool with my picture in the far right corner and then like another player in the far left, so we can like, people can watch us play and talk while we have the game in front of us. I just got to figure out a really cool layout. I love OBS now that I understand it. It's still a little finicky, but let's begin. I'm going to turn off the synth wave. So actually, I don't even know if this is going to play music or not. But let's try. I'll put this on pause. All right, here we go.
Let's just go back and just
All right, so that was the video for the intro for the storyline. We have some champions blacked out or silhouetted, and that's because they're your champions you can choose. And they're flying around, going to this pit stop city, but then they get jacked up. It's kind of like Cloud City in Star Wars, you know. And then they crash land on the planet Mogor. And this planet is just riddled with champions that are absorbed by the goo, and the goo is being controlled by someone which you don't know. You don't know, and that's the whole path. Your goal is to find the parts for your ship to get back up and get out of there. But meanwhile, you've got to travel to a certain location where you know doom is waiting. So, first stage. Well, before we see the first stage, actually, let me choose my 5 champions. I have some packs here. I'm going to open up a pack. I grabbed some from my pile, and I want to. I want to say thank you for everyone who's been purchasing and supporting the game so far. First, it's been beyond cool. I'm sorry, this thing's like poking me in my elbow. A lot of you guys have been purchasing cards and buying a lot of cards and packs, and I am more than thankful. And you know who you are. I really appreciate it. This game wouldn't be where it's at today if it wasn't for you guys, as well as the ones in Discord giving all this great input. It is a super blessing and super fun to interact with people who have different views of TCGs than I do and board games. And some players don't even play card games, and some play boards and tabletops and whatnot. And I love to have their input, both male and female. I'd hope for more females in there, that's for sure, because I find that ladies like this game because it's stress-free and it's fun and it's fair. As well as I would like to have even some younger kids give some input, but while we're in the development stage, they can do their own thing and just enjoy. But all of you guys have been helping me. Andrew, Curtis, Curtis, Pete, Megatron, all you guys are super. I'm super thankful, and I know you know that. But let's have some fun. Why am I sweating? I think it's, you know what it is. It's all these lights on me. Okay, first up, we have the Warriors. Oh, I didn't even choose. What am I doing? Yeah, the full art cards. I thought it was funny because someone actually pulled it recently, and we talked about it. And they're just so rare. I'm surprised people are actually pulling them. I guess I didn't shuffle those piles well. And just to let you know, Jesse has some of them too. Actually, probably Jesse has most of them. So if you're pulling from me, that's quite phenomenal. I wasn't sure if I was going to say this because there are just even more rare packs in there that we packaged early on, which I imagine someone had pulled one, because I think we did a cut like 2 or 3 God packs. That's right, God packs. We got this idea when we were doing Kickstarter, and we actually put God packs in the Kickstarter packs too. We started with that, and then we moved on to the first edition, which was, we weren't sure if we were going to do the God packs, but then, you know what? We were like, what the heck? Let's just, when someone opens up, they get it. But no one's mentioned they got it, so I'm guessing it's still in that pile over there. Or, I don't know, someone bought it and just didn't think about it. Or maybe they thought the whole, all it is a full of hollows. That's all it is. It doesn't promise anything special like a full art or anything. It's just hollows. Because that would be crazy if you had a hollow, a full art, and an all hollow. That's ridiculous, right? Oh yeah, Megatron pulled one. That's right. Yeah, so Andrew, if you want to bring your 3 female players to, join in and give us insight, that'd be great. But yeah, some people have pulled full art cards, which is really rad. Very impressive. Cause then now I'm curious how many are left in there. Because we've been shipping out a few orders here and there that have gone to people that don't join our Discord, so I don't know where they're going. And overseas. Like, Belgium is a place that loves trading card games, apparently. And the UK, we get a couple sales there. So, I don't know. I wish they would let me know, though, because I need to know. Anyways, let's open this pack and see what cards we have. Oh, man. I need to put a barrier. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Before we start the... I don't know why I opened it like that. I got off of work and then I ran around to go get some errands done and ship out some orders to some homeboys here. Yeah. There was someone that bought tons of Kickstarter. I know. There's some. And in fact, we actually, one of the bigger orders, we still have his order filled out. It's missing just a couple packs and stuff. Well, actually, it's like some items that he need, like T-shirt stuff and whatnot. But once we send it, it might be in that one too. But Jesse has all that. I don't know. He's not gonna go open up all the packs and check. And those are Kickstarter anyways. Um, oh, cool. So they're helping you design the multiplayer format. That's legit. I'm excited. So Cardboard Cohorts, if you don't know his channel and stuff, Andrew he plays with his friends. I don't know if they're family members or friends or I don't know. But he's mentioned that he just found a really cool style of playing, which is very neat, very cool. I won't show it to you yet. I'm gonna let him perfect it or do whatever he's doing and then reveal it because I think that's really cool and he can own that as part of his house rule game style, and that's rad. But if I continue talking like the way I am, we'll never leave this place. And my neck is hurting doing this. Friends. Okay. One to the front. So pack trick, one to the front. So I move this back one to the front. Is that the trick that you guys do? I see you guys do that, but I don't understand. I never did that as a kid. I never did all that jazz. I just opened up and flipped to the end. So the first card, is that how I flip over the first card? You guys message me. Did I just do that right? I don't know. There's a huge delay on this thing, I think. I'm waiting on you to message me if I just did that right. Anyways, who cares? I'm doing it my way. So flipping it over. Ooh, BX7. Add number rolled to your defense of your next card played. Ooh. Will that be good for story mode? I don't know. Where's my music? That's better. All right, BX. You're staying right there. Let's go up here. Next card. Ooh, Void Serpent. Why is he... Oh, that's why. I'm sorry, guys. My brain is... Like, I'm thinking backwards for some reason. I'm supposed to be doing that. It's been a long day. I slept in the car for like 10 minutes because I was so tired. I did see it. I just got a hollow. But we're going to do this. Zandagar, Madman. Sacrifice yourself to bring back a fallen comrade. Switch Zandagar with the top card of your graveyard and put it into play. I don't think weekly challenge I'm going to do that. So Zandagar is going to stay here. Galadon, Galactic Tusk. If an even number is rolled, add +5 to your attack. If an odd number rolls, +5 to your def. And this is fantastic because that means he's going to be 8 something. A 3/8 or 8/3. I may keep him. Let's keep him in the iffy pile. No, you're right. I know. I don't know why I got backwards thinking I was going to reveal them this direction. I have no idea. That's not even how I do it anyways. I think the whole flipping the card first flipped me around. Okay. Fletcher. Flesh Bite. He's the best pilot in the galaxy. Now he's a flesh-eating ghoul. Bummer. Ghoul, you and your opponent go straight to melee mode. He's a 1/5. I may need him. We all know Lionheart. 4, 5, and 6. He makes him +3 to your attack, so he's a 5/1. Not doing that. I love him as a look. Don't like him to play. Flip Flop. Rochambeau. You want to know something funny? Rochambeau. This card, we did this out of kind of frustration. Play around of rock, paper, scissors. Whoever wins goes to the revived pod. Whoever loses goes to graveyard. Because we were in a Discord with the TCG World or something. Discord, one Discord of the TCG community when we first started this game. And I don't know if you guys would agree with this, but some of those Discords are extremely toxic. And we went in there just being nice and like talking about it, like saying, hey, that's a cool game you all are talking about. Oh, I never heard of this game. We started out simple and then we talked about, oh yeah, we're creating a game too. And then we just got ripped on right away. This one dude just ripped on us hard. He didn't even know our game. And he just told us like, this is trash. This is ugly. This is everything. But he didn't even, because he didn't like the fact that it didn't play like MTG, or I think he was playing, what was he playing? I don't know if he was a Metazoo guy or no, he wasn't. I don't know what he was, but we got so frustrated with him because he would just continue to bring us up in his terrible TCG list for whatever reason without playing. So we thought Rochambeau was a perfect because you know, it'd be good. And we also had another card we were developing called Dinosaur, kind of to be built off of him. But to each their own, you know. Yeah, this card's a beast. Unfortunately, I don't want to play this flip flop on weekly challenge because rock paper scissors means I have to do my dice. Where's my dice? Okay, uno momento. All right. But he's a great one because, I mean, that's really cool. I mean, rock, paper, scissors is a very fair game. Now, the question is, some people play rock, paper, scissors, shoot, right? And some play rock, paper, scissors, right? I think the rock, paper, scissors, shoot is the appropriate way. I don't know. That's a house rule. That is a house rule. If you like to go on the third, 1, 2, 3, for faster reasons, for whatever reasons, I don't know. You do that. Just agree on it beforehand, okay? We're not using flip-flop. I know. And that, you know, I go into that Discord just sometimes to kind of like troll them a little bit, I guess. Mainly just to see what they're saying, because every once in a while they'll bring up our game, but for the most part they rip on games. That's all they do. It's kind of, we don't go in there that much anymore because every single time we go in there, it's the same people talking, but it's the same people ripping on new players' games and stuff like that. And I'm like, why are y'all ripping? You need to be encouraging people. These guys are working hard to create a game, whether you like it or not. At least give the honor system of like saying, hey, there's skills and technique built into it. There are tons of TCGs in card games I do not like. For example, there's a card game I don't like. It's Cards Over Humanity or something like that. What is it called? I don't know. It's not bad. It's a fun game to play at party, but it kind of bores me in a way. I'm used to graphics and looking at stuff, but they're just words and I don't know. But I'm not going to rip on the guys. I'm not going to say it's the worst game ever. Like, that's fun. I played it. I think we even have it. I have the game. But Monopoly. Ridiculous game. Absolutely ridiculous. But I have to admit, Simpsons Monopoly, Star Wars Monopoly, Mario Kart Monopoly, that's fun. Fun. I mean, same concept. Cards Against Humanity, that's right. Anyways, fun game, not my kind of game. I am really getting excited about trying out Final Fantasy card game and collecting Lorcana. But I think the Lorcana, I'm just going to buy a couple packs and not open them and just store them away for my nephew and niece when they get older. They'll have some because they don't really know about that. They're into the whole Pokemon thing, which I can't deny why Pokemon's amazing. They gave me a couple cards. I don't even know if they're any good. That's how out of the Pokemon game I'm at. Do you want to see them? You can tell me if they're any good because I only play Pokemon Go now. And they're like, here, Josh, this is a trait. I don't know why they gave it to me, but let me see. Actually, never mind. I don't know where my other Pokemon cards are at. Here's one. It's a Charizard. I love my Charizard. Charizard's my favorite character of Pokemon. I don't know if this is a 151. Japanese, though. Look at me. I know nothing. Yes, I will let you know about... it's fun for 20 months against morning. Dang. Do you think you guys will ever make a booster boxes available again for season 1? Bundle a bunch of packs and slight discount or something. Booster boxes. Do you mean like... Well, we tried the booster boxes. The problem was it was too expensive. The boxes themselves to create were almost $3 or $4 to make one sheet and then fold it up and make it work, and then it wouldn't even fit correctly if someone needed to expand and stuff. So we kind of got rid of those boxes for now. We're only giving it to LGSs because when you buy a big order for LGS, then we can actually purchase the box and make it work and buy multiples if they don't fit and stuff like that. And what I mean by don't fit is that if someone orders a certain amount of starters with the boosters, we're working on that. It's just, we don't have a player base that's that large yet. And when we can get financially up there, like we're saving up every purchase that we get right now, we're saving up to finish off some of the bigger orders of the second season, right? And as well as some of the Kickstarter stuff that people definitely need to get their stuff. Sorry about that. Yeah, I get a lot of people hate Pokemon. I get it. I totally get it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Everyone tells me to play Yu-Gi-Oh! No. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! In a lot of ways, but it's so complex and so like not my thing. That's why I like I Am Champion. It's a little bit simpler for my brain to relax. The thing is that some of those games like MTG, Final Fantasy, I don't think Pokemon's that bad, but some of these other ones they take a lot of brain power, and at the end of my day, I'm either on like Call of Duty or something that just like I can zone out and I Am Champion's like I don't really have to think other than the math. That's the worst part of our game. He's like, don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! You're right, I won't. And thanks, Pete. I appreciate that. I won't blame myself. Okay, let's get into this. Let's pick our champion so we can see the story mode. Okay, it's Twilight Assassin, Stealth Attack, and Smoke Bomb. This is a really good card. I will likely use him. Creamer Schemer, Drip Drip, Drip 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 Drip. Our most adult card we have. Add number rolled to your attack. If one was rolled, you melt and die. The enemy screams ice cream. All right, Magus Eggs, dude. This is a card. Sorry. I think I get sick when I get on camera. Magus X shoots a light rays from his eyes, blinding your opponent, leaving them unable to use their ability. A mystical sorcerer. He's a 4/5. For sure going to use him because I'm going to need him. I am sure. And then Void Serpent, Into the Deep. He is a rare. Oh, rarities. Here we go. Pink is rare. I just added to the website, so if you haven't seen the website yet, go to the website. Tell me what's wrong with it. I also got the almost finished edition of the Tournament by Cardio's setup. They finally finalized all the mechanics so people can register for the event. We can put the event on there and everything like that. Cardio uses Cryptic and MetaZoo and some other really cool TCGs out there. They use her as a platform, and they're offering us this really cool free trial. And if you don't know who they are, or if you have anyone who's looking for a really good system, they so far is amazing. The designer is amazing. He is, I won't put his name out there because I don't know how he feels, but he did a great job. He took some of our elements and applied them correctly and kept it retro and orange and vibey. Really fun. I think kids are going to, when they go to it, they're going to find very comfortable vibes going to that site and registering to play. And then they will feel even more comfortable downloading Discord if they don't already have it to join it and start battling. Yeah, the combos for Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the thing that, that's what I don't like. Is like, I mean, I like the idea that there's combos, but then I think it's frightening to me. This is a great holo to have. One of my favorite holos. Okay, so if you have an odd number roll... Whoa, if an odd number is rolled, your opponent loses. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to make a monster team. This is a pretty strong team, I think. I don't have many attackers. Yeah, Twilight's mainly the main attack. The rest is this interesting crew. All right, let's begin with the first stage of weekly challenges in the story mode, or the play mode that we're doing. Okay, let's move them down here. Get out of here. So this way you guys can see it. And here we go. The warriors crawl out of the wrecked starship, wiping the green slime off their armor. They see a light in the distance, but wait. Blub, 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 blub. Now, I have to pull up Discord real quick because that's where my tutorial, my story is. Stage 1, Marsh Madness. The warriors crawl out of the hole into the marsh. Green goo is covering everything, and it seems like some of it is alive. One champ smacks the flashlight. Come on. There you go. See, it's not all that bad, guys. The team, wiping the slime off their faces, shake their head in frustration. Let's get moving, one warrior grunts, whispering, wait. As they see something bubbling from the surface and the goo in front of them. Something emerges and forms in front of the team. What is... Blub, 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 blub. Buck Busby. Buck Busby is a 3-3. Okay, so their abilities and stuff like that don't really apply in this situation unless I state it. So here we go. Buck spits out the goo and sparks up his whooping stick. I wish I had a picture of Buck. I probably should have a picture because then it'd make more sense of who he is. Give me a millisecond to continue this. I grabbed a whole deck of rares. What am I doing? Here you go. Hope he's in here. Ha! Gotcha. Buck. So Buck here is a 3-3. He gets his whipping stick out. He's naturally has a +3 to his attack and defense if he rolls an even number, but the goo has enhanced his armor. Roll a die, 1 to 3, and Buck gets a +2 to his defense. A 4 through 6, Buck Busby gets nothing. So that's how we're going to play the game. We're not going to actually listen to the ability. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Let's rewind. If you guys are messaging me, I can't see right now. Hold on. Hey, thanks, Pete. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Have fun. Be safe. It's Friday night. Okay. Oh, you can't even see where Buck is. There you go. So, let's do his ability right now. And he's going to be black. Even number +3 to his attack. He gets an odd number, so he's a 3-3 flat. Thank goodness. Roll a die, 1 to 3, and Buck Bugsy gets +2 to his defense. 4 through 6 gets nothing, right? So we're gonna roll again. He got a 2, so he gets a +2 to his defense. So now he's a 3-5. That's his extra thing. That's just story mode addition. It's not part of his ability. 3-5, right? Okay, so then he strikes. Whoosh, but who does he strike? That's funny. The story I wrote is kind of hilarious, to me at least. All right, so Buck, who is he going to battle? Now, I already built out this team, but the way I want to play, because I like randomness, is I like to shuffle and see just how lucky it is, because you got 5 guys in the goo looking at Buck with this his stick ready to beat down somebody. He's a 3-5 right now. He's ready to rumble. There we go. And the first one is Void. Oh, he ain't got no chance. I roll an odd number, he's done for. Otherwise, I might be done for. Oh, how close. I got a 5. Okay, so I win, but let's say I got an even, right? Buck here with the 3-5 would have put me down to -2, and he would still be alive. And he is a rare, and Buck is a common. So, right there, the chances are there. And it's only half the chance, so it's a 50-50 chance. But luckily, I got a 5. Buck goes, he gets smashed. Serpent slides into the goo and goes underneath. Hides away. Buck is scrambling around, smashing the goo left and right. Can't find him. All of a sudden, he hears bloop, 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 bloop. And from behind Buck, creeps up Void Serpent for a strike. Whoosh, and Buck is done and out. Now he goes to the revive pod, which I will put him right here on screen so people can see. And Buck bubbles down into the goo to be gone forever. That's fun. Okay. All right. Stage 1 complete. Stage 2. Now, the warriors have been traveling. I still have all 5 champions battling around. And we get to, as the team yank out one leg from the other, tripping and pulling muscles, their frustration is about to get much worse. Suddenly, one warrior spots a pretty red glow appearing on the surface of the goo. Then another, and then another appears. The warrior tries to smack it. Whack! Little blobs of goo bubble up. He thinks that he can hit the goo. They're not very intelligent warriors. You know, they're from different dimensions, so they don't get how things work. You see a little red dot in the goo. Tries to hit it like a cat, you know, would try to chase the red laser. Okay. And then he sees the dot now on top of his hand. He looks up slowly, and a deep rumbling from the sky and a powdery green cloud begins to part. The rest of the team looks up. A beam fires at the team, hitting one on the shoulder. One warrior takes -1 attack for the rest of the journey. Choose one of the warriors to take damage to their HP attack for the rest of their journey. Choose wisely. Now that's a twist. Now who do I want to take that hit? What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the top one, and he's going to have the hit, but then I'm going to choose, he's going to go underneath. So BX7, he is now a 2-2. For me to remember that, remind me, because I'm going to forget, but I'm going to sit him underneath. So BX has got a broken shoulder, maybe like some metal is deteriorated. He's a 2-2, he ain't going very far. All right. The warriors pick up the speed and move only a few inches faster as the lasers and projectiles are launched and entering from an entering Sentinel ship. This is supposed to be like a play on Sentinel and his men. The lower hatch opens and 3 sentinels fall from it and land directly in the goo with the team. The sentinel looks at their feet. The goo is corroding their metal plates and wires. They slowly try to move towards the team, firing everything they have. That's fun. I like that. I think Sentinel is an uncommon, but... Got some cards in here. You can't know everything, guys. Come on now. If I showed y'all everything, even my stuff, like, it would be no fun for y'all. Even the people who are supposed to be on the inside. You know what I mean? Sentinel. Alright. Sentinel is a 4-4. If an even number is rolled, a +3 to your attack and defense. That's nice. Alright. The team dodges in a frantic scurry, but they realize that they won't make it out at all. What? Oh, they won't make it without becoming goo meat. The Sentinels are close and the team have no other choice but to battle. Sentinels all receive a -3 defense, making them a 4-1. The goo is corroding their legs, so they can't really do much, so they're just sitting ducks, but they're still shooting away. They cannot use their abilities either. The goo just went up and just... That's why they live in Sentinel City, or, you know, that little cloud city up there that shot them down in their ship, you know? And where am I reading? Choose 3 warriors to battle with. Each receive -1 to defense. just for this fight only because the goo is just that terrible. Each champion who survives the onslaught makes it to land picks up a sentinel respirator, which is a free re-roll to use in any battle. The goo is changing them. Ooh, how fun is that? So I'll get a free re-roll for every champion that wins this one. Jetta can't be on much. Oh, that's right. You're doing the D&D campaign. Oh man, you know what? I wish people who did D&D campaigns would do like a live, maybe not live, just film this stuff of each person playing and talking about their characters. I love role-playing games. I love role-playing. Fun fact: I did LARPing when I was younger at Comic Cons and stuff like that. And I actually made it to a championship, which was a samurai showdown, where we had these foam swords that really hurt like crazy. And it was so funny because, well, I'm Asian, and the guys I went with are all white and Hispanic, and they're like, well, Josh, if you're Asian, you have to know Kung Fu. And I was like, well, I guess you're right, I must. It must be deep within me somewhere. So we found out that there was this LARPing competition, and we just watched these kids who are just like, they're totally into it. They're like thinking they're ninjas of fighting, but they don't really know how to fight. And then it got down to this one football player looking dude, this big, gigantic white kid guy, massive gladiator comes out. And he comes out with his foam sword thing, and no one wants to battle him. And my buddy, my other friend Josh, he just pushes me into the ring. And I'm like, I stumble in and I look back. I'm like, no. And everyone in the circle starts clapping. So then you're forced to battle the guy. So they throw me, this foam sword, and I'm looking up like, oh my god, you know. And they're like, get ready. And so I'm like, all right. So I'm like getting the sword, and I'm like, how do I hold this? And then, you know, it begins, and we're just like, dun, 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 and like he swings, and I just remember going, whew. Like, whew. It's like, all right, how am I gonna do this? And I went, I stroke, he blocked, I blocked and blocked, and it was legit. And then finally I went for a thrust, and I got him right in the leg, I think it was, which dropped him down to his knee, so he had to be on his knee. Or no, he had a hop or something like that, because he was still up. And then we went and battled again, and he got me on the arm, so I had one arm. And then I think it was like the last one. We knew we were done for, so it was like, oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And then we turned around, and I went for he blocked it, I blocked it, and then the final thrust, I went straight for his throat, right? And went straight for it, almost there, and didn't realize he's got longer arms than I do, so the sword got me into the throat first. So it's like, ka. And we were stuck there, and everyone was watching like who got who first or whatever. But I was like this far away from his neck, and he got me, and I was like, no. But it was epic because like it was the best battle of the thing, and it's just fun. I like role playing, and if Jetta viewed it, I'd watch it or recorded, I'd watch it. I love just watching people do D&D because it's hilarious. Adventure Time is really cool. If you haven't done that podcast, the brothers are amazing. All right, so I got to choose 3 champions that'll take a -1 to their defense. Twilight, Magus, Fletcher. Now, versus 3 sentinels, and this is how we're going to do it. We're just going to battle 1-on-1 like that, okay? So he's a 4-1, but got an even number, so he's got 3 to his attack and defense. So he's now a 7-4. Man, oh man. Oh, stealth attack or smoke bomb. I'm gonna do stealth attack. It's a 1, 2, or 3 is rolled. You get a +3 to your attack. Yes. 8-5. 7-4. 8 minus 3. So his 8 attack puts him to -4. His 7 puts me at -2. I win. He gets a free reroll. I probably won't even use that or remember that. All right. So 1 sentinel down, and then revive pod. Magus X, leaving there. He can't use an ability, so he's a 4-1. So his dice doesn't even matter. So 4-1 versus 4-5. That's simple enough. I win. I get a reroll. Oh, 4-4. I'm sorry. Would put me to 0, but I would still win because Yeah, because he's a 1. So that'd be a -3 for a sentinel. Now Fletcher, again, doesn't get to do his ability. So a 4-1 versus a 1-5. But this is a melee mode, so it's up to these dice to attack these defenses. So let's let him attack me. He got a 3. I'm down to 2. I got a 6. He's down to no. He's down to -5 because he starts out as a 4-1 because of the game. Right. And he's a 4, so he'd be 0 because of the instant -1 for the goo attack. Anyways, all my men went through the sentinels. They all grabbed respirators. They move on. Sentinel is done for. He is in the void. Goodbye. Adios. Now, I have one champion left here, and I will do that. All right. All right. I don't know how many people are still watching and whatever, but I'm going to continue as I'm sweating and drink some water. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe to the channel to help out I Am Champion. Yeah. And go over to Cardboard Cohorts, Pete Door, and some of these other fantastic people's channels. Like, subscribe on their stuff, for sure. Don't do ours first. Do theirs first, then come to mine. Ah, here we go. Stage 3. Stage 3 is fun. I like this one. This one's gonna be good. Bum bum bum. You will go no further. He will be happy. I destroyed you all. I like this guy. Okay, the warriors are exhausted. After that last battle with the sentinels, the team are beginning to question whether this was a good idea or not. They trek on dry land. The cold green shade drains the team of their energy. I see an opening, one champion encourages the rest. As they step into the opening, they are met with a large purple head. Lasers burst from its eyes. And down into the field of the goo in front of them. The eyes protect the field by scanning the goo. Big purple head in the sky, or way out there, just scanning the goo, making sure they can't do laser field. It's like entrapment with Catherine Zeta-Jones. In the field in front of them begins to boil at the center. Emerging from the bubbles, a green head of a creature. Encased in a mech tank suit. It's Gargnar. Gargnar, he's just big right now. He's big. The goo has made him big, and he's coming out of the goo. You go no further, you filthy gladiators. Gargnar snarls. The team takes a beat and laugh at each other in confusion. Wait, did he mean me or you? No, you. You front look like Russell Crowe. Yeah, he's right. He probably means me. Yeah. He has the chin. The team all agrees and nods. Choose one champion to battle Gargnar. Gargnar is ready and prepared to defend. He charges with the goo and enhances his body. Roll a dice to add a number to Gargnar's defense. Ooh. Do I have a Gargnar card? I think he is a rare. That's not right. Maybe he's an uncommon. I don't know. I can't think right now. My nose is... Why am I getting sick while I'm playing this game every time? Where are my cards at, guys? Sorry guys, I have to find my Gargnar. I thought I had him in my packs, but these are like the select few packs that I keep for promotions and stuff like that. And sometimes I have to pull from them to do art stuff and whatnot. Here we go. He's an uncommon, my bad. I should know that. Okay, Gargnar. 4/3, body and hands, right? Or jettison, escape to the revive pod. He's a very cool card. I really like him. But we're going to do a different thing. Gargnar is ready and prepared to defend. He charges up and defend, gets his goo in his body. Roll a dice to add a number to Gargnar's defense. 5, 4, 8. Man. If the battle is met with a loss for you, then use your next champion to battle Gargnar. He does not recharge his health though. If any damage is done to him, he goes into the next fight with the same health, meaning he doesn't heal himself and restart. You're pretty much beating him down with the champions. Teams barely... Oh. Having fun yet? I'm having fun. All right, who's battling Gargnar? We know who it is. BX7 with a -1 attack because he got his shoulder blasted, remember? So he's a 2/2. Add number roll to your next attack. Who said live streaming was easy? Not easy. Mad props to you, Cardboard Cohorts, because I don't know how you can sit there and do all the talking and do everything without having to blow your nose, pee, drink some water, not forget stuff. This is like complicated stuff. All right, come on, boy. Oh wait, I get a roll for him for his attack, right? No, his defense. Oh yeah, that's right, I already did that. So he was a 4/8. Anyways, he's a 4/8 now. That's what he is. Okay. My boy here is going to be... which would be just body enhance. He's just using his ability pretty much. I didn't say use the ability. Did I say use the ability? I didn't say use the ability. Yeah. I'm just... Because this one has two options. He can't use jettison. That would be pointless for the game. So we just do body enhance. So he's a 4/8. 4. 4 goes to my next card here, which is likely to happen, right? Okay, there we go. So, Gargnar takes out my boy to a -6. Ugh. But here's the cool thing. I have a 3. I take him down to 5. So, he's down to 5. BX7 is done for. He's gone. He's out. He's done for the game. Okay. Next up, Void has a +4 to the defense. So he is a 2/5. Okay. 2/5. Oh, wait. Did I take that off? No, he was supposed to be a 2. So actually, my bad. My bad. He was a 2, so he took him down to 6. Because of that shoulder thing I mentioned earlier. 2/5. His 2 takes down his 6 to a 4. So he's a 4/4. He's still holding strong. His 4 takes down my 5 to a 1. So once you're at this point where there's health still left over, you move into melee mode, and this is the fun part of our game. I think this is kind of the essence of our game, and that's why dice are so important. Where other games are asking you to hold your card or do something with it to move on to the next battle or finishing it off, we don't do that. We want the battle to continue. Like I said, it's like a Mortal Kombat style battling system, so I can still win this. I only have 1 health. He's got 4 health, but we're gonna see what's up. He got a 5. I didn't win that one. So I'm -4. Ooh. But he's down to -1. So whether Void Serpent creeps under, trying to attack the same way he did before with Bugsby. But who knew that Gardenar was protected so highly well by the laser red eyes that he was detected? Gardenar snatches his hand in there with a robotic hand and pulls the Void Serpent out and squeezes until life is no more. But Void Serpent takes one last spitting kiss and boof, some acid right onto the screen of Gardenar's helmet, melting it away, exposing his brain, sentient brain, to the atmosphere, and he implodes. Both sink into the goo. The other champions look in fear, awe, and confusion again, and just creepily pass on by as if nothing. One drops a small tear for the Void Serpent, who's his best friend and his pet for centuries. All right, stage 3 is done. We're moving on to stage 4. All right, stage 4 and the final stage. The warriors I have left are 3 amazing warriors. But will they be able to take on Big Bad Boy, Trajan the Terrible? Trajan wherever my Trajan card just went to. Okay, I gotta use my own personal Trajan card, which I showed him last week or something like that. I started putting my sleeves on them because I use them so much. I don't know why I don't like sleeves. The reason why is because I don't know why. There is not an actual logical reason. I just don't know. I don't know. I like the back of the cards. I like the way. Maybe I'll get clear ones and so I can see it. But anyways, Trajan the Terrible. Eradicate all. So this is crazy because naturally Trajan, 5 or 6 is rolled. He reduces all your opponent's champions' attacks to a -2 until the end of the game. By -2. So that's pretty intense. But since this is the end of the rounds and he's the final boss, he's got a whole different vibe. So let's read out the story. The champions struggle to the dome in which they had seen from afar. With wounded warriors and some lost in battle, getting home is a must. Launching in the distance are shuttles leaving the planet. That's their way out. Splash. Boom. Rising from the goo lake, in front of them is a champion so large, his hand could crush them all. It's Trajan the Terrible. He's a 5 attack and 6 defense. You who go there, you scum. Who do you think you are entering my planet? The champions look up slowly as Trajan, bubbling mouth with goo, they gulp. Trajan points his finger at them all. And, wait, just lost it. Oh no. And his laser finger ray subtracts -2 from every champion's attack health. So if they had a 4, they are now a 2. So his attack does go through right away, whether he rolls or not. He's like, I don't even care. So he points at all my boys and zaps them to a -2 defense. Attack. So whatever their attack is will be -2 from the total. One of your champions, we must defeat him, and then we get off this terrible green blob. Battle Trajan with every champion you have, one after the other if they die. If you defeat Trajan with the remaining champions, you succeed and will now be able to get to the new ship and leave. What will be your fate? All right, here we go. Trajan versus Twilight. Oh, what a battle this is going to be. So just so you can see it better, Trajan is ready to go. And here we go. So he is now a 3/5 on his attack. Okay. Trajan doesn't really get a roll because he's already subtracted a -2, but I get to choose. So if I roll, I get a +3, which will make him a 6/5, which will kill him, but will kill me too. It's a possibility. Or I can add +2 to my defense and make sure he doesn't kill me and still be able to knock him down to 1. I like that idea. So let's do defense right now and hope I get a 4, 5, or 6. Come on, baby. I get that +2 to my defense. So I'm a 3, 7. My 3 takes him to... Oh, I'm a dummy. I didn't calculate that right in my brain. So a 3 takes him down to a 3 defense. His 5 takes me down to a 2 defense. Now we go to melee mode. I have a chance to win just with Twilight Assassin alone. But can I do it? He's a void rare. I'm an uncommon. Oh, thank goodness. He gets a 2. Where I am a... what did I roll? I really don't even remember now. Oh, yeah, I'm a 2 because I was a 7, 5, 7. So now I'm a 2. I was a 2. He rolled a 2. That makes me 0 and dead. But if I get a 3 or higher, he's dead too. Twilight is a ninja. He's an assassin. He don't take this nonsense. He will sneak up. He's like, I don't care about goo. That's right. That's right. That's right. You saw it. That's a 6, baby. I know you can't see it. That's a 6. That 6 takes down that 3 to a -3. Twilight. Trajan is crushing, throwing goo blobs at Twilight. Twilight slicing through them all and be like, I will not have this. And he jumps up into the air with 2 blades ready to slice down upon Trajan. Trajan takes all of his core energy and blasts his goo power straight at Twilight, blasting through his skin, ripping off his Twilight's helmet, and his blades are cracking, but just enough of time is pushed where Twilight is able to put 1 blade into the neck and 1 blade into the gut of Trajan, the terrible. The goo bubbles out of Trajan, leaking. They both disintegrate from the acidic goo into the lake to be seen no more. How you like that apple? The 2 remaining champions, a mindless dead ghoul and Magus, Magus X, are sad and take a moment to respect their fallen soldiers and warriors. But then they hear a grumbling. Magus looks over at Fletcher and is like, what was that? And he goes, I'm hungry. Let's go. And they go to their ship and they blast off into space to leave their comrades behind, but to fight another battle in another dimension. Today's champions are Magus X and Fletcher, and that is story mode. That is the weekly challenge that I built out. I hope you enjoyed that, because I sure did. Very fun. And that is it, guys. So, the battles that we lost were with Sentinel and Bugsy, Trajan, and so on. That was fun. That was a lot of fun to do on screen. I think that was a lot longer than 30 minutes, that's for sure. But I lost... No, that's not it. What are you doing? I lost 3 champions. Good ones at that. But you know what? I still succeeded. Which I don't even know if I succeeded in the actual story mode game. But yeah, that's it. Now, I'm not making one right now, another story mode for people to play, because it didn't really pick up as well as I would like. I'm going to try to find another way to get the weekly challenges and people to play weekly, even daily if they want to, because people have lots of cards. And if you have lots of cards, you can trade them in, right? You can trade them in to, not trade them in, yes, you can trade them in to your friends. Give them to a friend, 15 cards or more, you get points to your account, which pretty much would give you free cards. And discounts on our website. This way they can play and battle and challenge these kind of weekly challenges and go back and play them. Thank you. Appreciate that. That was very hard to act and play this game as a role playing, but it was fun too at the same time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Before we end, house rules. Let me explain the house rules. If in which you're playing around trying to think of a house rule system. Rock, paper, scissors is a house rule. Whether you want to do, instead of playing rock, paper, scissors, if you would like to just do the dice, rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2 is rock. 3, 4 is scissors. 5, 6 is paper. That kind of thing. That's a house rule application you can do. And we highly recommend it for kids who don't like doing the rock, paper, scissors because they feel like it's unfair. Some kids don't know how to play it well. And they feel like the other person's cheating. And they just want to knock them out. So dice is safer. Also with like, I think Mogler and Toe, or Dr. Bomber. Dr. Bomber. So this is our most complicated card. And you wouldn't think so, but it is, because Dr. Bomber detonates and you both die. No one wins. And we have to clarify that a few times. No one wins if Dr. Bomber blows up. But it is an ability. So Magus X here says, no, you just stay right where you're at. And Dr. Bomber's like, you know? So the detonation doesn't go off because he's unable to use their ability. Copying ability wouldn't help because y'all just blow up and both die anyways. Dr. Bomber's cool because if you play him and he dies, which he's going to die, that's his whole point, to blow up kamikaze style. If you have another card that says revive your last card played, you could bring Dr. Bomber back for one more roll and his ability will apply again. Right? That's very cool. So he's a very complex card and he will need house rules and you will have to agree on them. So, for example, if I was going to say they're not able to use their ability in this one, some people may say that this is not an ability because this is who he is. But if it's in bold and black, it is abilities. There are other situations with like, I think Toe or somebody. So like, if let's say he battles and defeats Toe. Is it Toe or Mogler? One of them. So Toe is, your opponent must place their current champion in the revive pod and pick another one. Ah, right. Here we go. Let's answer this right now. So if Toad is put down, it's going to force Dr. Bomber to go back into the revive pod and switch another one, right? Your opponent must place their current champion in the revive pod and pick another card at random. What this does, you got to imagine it. You got to use your brain, not brain, but your imagination, to make a choice. Now, this could be a house rule. You could say that, but you have to agree on Dr. Bomber being played beforehand, and I would highly recommend if you're going to play them, state that stuff. But if you get to it and you don't know what to do, and you're at a standstill, an argument of like which one gets to outdo the other, you can always roll to see who gets it, okay? If I roll a 1, 2, or 3, I get to pull off my win and kill. But if you win, you get to send me back, right? I didn't get it. He didn't get it. We'll just roll again, I guess, or something like that. You know, it's like that. That's a house rule. That's how we made it. Dr. Bomber's complex. We should have made it more clear in the text, but I think for the most part, you can get this one. That if Toe's out on the playing field and Dr. Bomber's coming up and he's about to detonate, Toe's like, how about you just switch out before? So he's walking up and then he just ends up turning around and going back, and there's another champion, and Dr. Bomber is saved for another time. Okay, but let's say these are the last 2 cards battling, the final 2 cards. He's not going to be able to send Dr. Bomber back because you have to choose another card with his rules and ability. But if he doesn't have any other cards, Dr. Bomber stays and gets to pull off his ability, in which Toe will die. Does that make sense? So that's that. That's a house rule thing, and it's kind of, that's the most complex we're going to get with these kind of things because it's, you know, it's just the way it is. This is first season. We have a lot of errors in our cards, misspellings. So if you have cards with misspellings, comment issues, and all that jazz, keep them, or at least a sample of one, and it might be valuable later on, for sure. Because that's what our plan is to do. Man, I made a mess of all these cards. So that's it, guys. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for joining I Am Champion. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to these other cool guys on the channel, go ahead and do that. And I know you're the guys anyways, so I don't know. Anyways, thank you for being with me today. Until next time, be a champion, rock it out, have fun. It's Friday night. Go get some pizza, and you know, every day's a special day, and you're a champion.